Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming. It's my first time in DevDays in Amsterdam, but my first time as presenter. Very, very exciting. The presentation is denominated a FHIR-based platform for HL7 fire training. Yeah? And explain the context in the following slides. Who I am? I'm software engineer, but I denominate biomedical informatics, mainly because my PhD is in medicine. My biomedical informatics between pre-grade and postgraduate. I'm head of clinical biomedical informatics area in my university in Talca, Chile, and interoperability director and the new National Center for Healthcare Information System since 2016. The topics to this talk, the context, what is the problem, the platform, we denominate WEMUL, and explain why WEMUL, and the different components, the component, and screenshot. I like to add that this is the only one presentation, and we can extend it. And at the beginning, only 20 minutes, but we have 40 minutes. Yep. And what's the next on the work in the future? What is CENS? CENS is important for the context. CENS is the National Center for Healthcare Information System. We create this center especially to close the gap in digital healthcare in Chile. We create with 5 universities, university public and private university, with National Minister of Economy and Healthcare. We have 4 areas: interoperability and director in interoperability, human capital, quality software, and innovation. This platform was created for a need between interoperability and human capital. From 2016, from CENS, we teach FHIR in Chile for different profiles: technician, engineers, clinician, maker decisions, for any professional. But 200 participants in different workshops between 4 cities along the country. This is Graham in one tech tutorial, and this is my city in Talca. And focus mainly is CRUD operation, how we build CRUD operation in FHIR. After 4 workshops, we finished this project with a big tech connect, similar to Connectathon, only with CRUD operation in FHIR. More than 100 participants. 2 days. The first days only CRUD operation. Different tracks, patient observation, diagnostic report. And the second day, the teams working with a little developed interoperable. Yeah? This is the last point. I'm very, very, very enthusiastic because the team won ticket for Boston FHIR DevDays. Very exciting for all to pay the ticket and the registration. It's okay, but for us was very problem. Why? The problem: hundreds of requests for each exercise. The evaluation, the process, led 2 or more hours within 5 informatic engineers. Very, very, very human effort is considerable. Yeah? In this map showed in this DevDays, the last year, to show the number of requests to HAPI-FHIR server. It's amazing. In this event, TechConnect, for our team was a problem to assess each exercise. What was the solution? We create WEMUL. What is WEMUL? WEMUL is an endemic deer native that live in the mountain between Argentina and Chile. Why WEMUL? It's similar to gazelle, but it's Chilean. Only for CRUD operation until now to FHIR. The acronym HL7 Unbounded e-learning and multi-platform system to design, develop, execute, and assess FHIR CRUD operation. That is, you can show the WEMUL is in the national shield in Chile. The main goals of WEMUL is designed to develop a platform that allows teaching and learning HL7 FHIR to creation and resolution exercise and scalable and decoupled model. This because we create this project to continuous in the time. We increase to other architecture and very decoupled. We create 3 models and explain in this slides. The WEMUL admin, the administrator, this module is a web application to create users, tests, and questions. One API to communicate different components. One engine. This engine is in charge to the evaluation. They assess automatically all the CRUD operations. And the WEMUL client that is in front end to the users. All this is supported with MySQL database and HAPI-FHIR until now. We need to extend it to other servers. This is database model. The 2 important parts to the model is the supporting the create to the questions. We need one test. This is an instance to the test application with a lot to test question, the description of question, and one kind of question until now is REST question. This question is associated with a server. Until now, it's only HAPI-FHIR, but our intention is extended to VONK, for instance, and the REST question header, especially because until now we supported only JSON format, but we can extend the content type to support other format and other conditional search, for instance. For the answers, the model support the answer similar to the architecture to the question. Yeah. The WEMUL client, the technology is HTML5, JavaScript. It's very simple, the client, very decoupled. You can use Postman if you want. It's the same. The administrator, you can generate user, CRUD-oriented tests. You can generate questions and different course, and associate course and test. This is more important component in the platform, the WEMUL engine. The API communicate all the requests to the engine, and the engine, the first step, may one validate the correct JSON entry and validate the correct method for the question. The second step is compare the question with the correct answer, compare 2 JSON, and finally create and communicate with HAPI-FHIR, and return response. The API is the module to communicate all the components, and the API communicate with the database to call up the tests, call up the questions, and save user answers. We can show one demo how work different components. This is an example, the engine request, the REST question and REST answer. It's JSON until now. This is an example how responds the engine with the status and the different fields to points, methods, and etc. This is the client. The method to authentication to different users is with a JSON Web Token. That is refreshed for 3 hours. You can work in different tests and communicate with the API. This is a screenshot to the platform, the client. This is the algorithm to validate each answer. The front end sent to internal validation with the API. If the first validation is valid with the method or resource. Is valid the method, is valid the resource, you can see in action. And is it valid, send the answer to engine. The engine validate again. Is it valid? The engine validate the content of JSON. Is it validate? Is valid? Yes. Send to server. Until now, HAPI-FHIR is valid. Try the request in file server and finally success. Pass 3 validation for each answer. And if it's success, build success answer and save operation details to database and return to app client. Okay? This is Webmul team. We are engineers, but I am not now developers. we have 3 developers and very senior developers and very young. I want to show the platform, the operation one, especially the test, how work the platform. Okay. This platform, I entry with my authentication. Sorry, but the test. This is you can make the test in any language. This test is for TechConnect. Is in Spanish for the national. We have 3 courses: patient, diagnostic report, prescription, and agenda. Okay? We can show the diagnostic report, for instance. This diagnostic report, you can see all the questions, and each question have 1 button to make the answer. What always happen in the demo. Yep. I have read. Yeah. This is administrator application, where is configure all the tests. The diagnostic report, we go to the basic, where this describe the scenario, and the scenario, the patient, the name Olivia Herrera, the root is national ID, Chilean, born 25 January, live in this address in the city with your wife, Ismael Carrasco, the phone, the contact, all the description about the scenario, okay? About this scenario, the exercise, the first exercise is creation the diagnostic report about the scenario described.
Sorry, I ask a question. I'm sorry if I missed it at the presentation, but which fire version are we talking about?
Air4.
Okay,
Air4. This is our confluent to internal work, and cut and paste the solution. Sorry. Poop. This is the first, but the method we need to create the diagnostic report. And for testing, I made different methods and sent. Okay. Error in the URI. Remember the base resource. Post diagnostic report. But we made one mistake, for instance, here. Send. Error in the content of the resource. Error in the structure of resource. Answer incorrect. Review the content of all the validation. If I made the correct, may send. Congratulations, congrats. Your answer is correct. Okay? Come back to the test. And in the test, config the score 1 correct, and this one I can show my creation, my answer complete, and the response of the server. Yeah? You can review all the content. The platform have one screen to make a get, especially for the continuous test. For instance, look the diagnostic report, but in this diagnostic report, I need to recuperate the ID for looking for the diagnostic report. Okay, 258 and respond. Come on. The network, the server is in Chile. This is for this is platform to administrator. We can the answers For instance, this is the last, the diagnostic report. Yeah. You can request body and the FHIR response. We can obtain the diagnostic report. This one, send, enviando, review, but yes, congratulate. That's okay. And the engine validate each answer for each question. And the progress is only if I have good the answers. Okay? And this, until now, for our event, we have configured four courses. This is in the database. You can see like tests: 1 test, 2 tests, 3, and 4 tests. But you can make any quantity of tests, and you can make a lot quantity of question each test. It's very malleable as you want.
How easy is to create one course and test the validation?
Perfect. It's so easy, but the platform to the administrator, we made one platform especially to make easy for technicians made this platform. You can create, for instance, category. This is different category that show recently. Patient in diagnostic report, the same, different category, and for each category, home, we have different tests. And this different test, for instance, add test. You can aggregate one test, the name of test, the description, is public or private for your database or public for the community, the creation date, the update date, the percentage assigned in, and the questions. For instance, what is this is bank or question. You need to storage first the question to associate for the test. Okay? In this one, you have a lot of questions. Create, for instance, create a diagnostic report. We can reuse the last and percentage of total, 50%, for instance. Okay? Description, blah, 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 blah. Name, test, DevDays. DevDays 2011. It's public. Save. Let's go it. No, I don't know.
You should set it to 100.
It's only one. Sorry. Yeah, it's only the validate is only one question. Yeah. No, it's a lot. It's okay. Dev DevDays or Dev test, and just create the new test. It's very easy. It's very easy.
So what does that test do?
Sorry?
What are you testing? We've created a test, but what is the test?
What is the test?
Yeah.
We need to associate the test with the client to show this test for the one client.
Oh, okay. So it's assigning a predefined test to a particular client.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
For each question, the question is very detailed to the content. This question was created, but name of question, label, description, the questions, and the path, the condition, the final, especially to create in one specific server. The body, and the evaluation key. What is and the engine compare your answer with this body, if correct or not.
So does that mean that if I send in a diagnostic report with the resource type correctly set, and it'll pass regardless of anything else?
Yeah, the engine compare to JSON. This is the work of engine compare to JSON. We put
The thing is also, what if the text is slightly different?
sorry.
Well, you have coded structures in your response and in what the trainee does, but what if they use a slightly different text?
Because
So it's a field that doesn't really matter for the comparison.
compare first the validation is of the method, the URL, and then the structure of the JSON.
The structure.
Yeah. The structure and the content for each JSON.
I think the question is, what if I put an extra enter, if I made one extra line, will it fail?
If you JSON
Ignore.
not have one valid structure, the validate is not correct. Is it valid? It's okay.
The structure, not the
The
content.
structure, yeah. And what next in this project? A lot of work. We think the platform to continue the work in the future, especially support station, profiles, extended WebMul to more search parameters, other content type, incorporate multiple choice question and true and false question, especially because the model database support to incorporate other kind of question. To prepare certification exams. Yeah, this is our horizons. Create virtual course with LMS, yeah. For instance, Moodle. We work with Moodle to up content and to evaluate this workshop. Use WebMul and incorporate other FHIR server. For instance, VONK, yeah, to make different URL and different server to FHIR. And this is all. Thank you very much. I think that you can give us feedback and invite you to collaborate actively in this platform, especially to extend this platform for other projects, to other structure. We want this year to close more to FHIR standard. For instance, use a structure definition resource. This is open. This is open to use and open to collaborate for extend this project. Thank you very much. Sorry, more question? No?
You said it's open source?
Yes, but no, until now not, because we need to order all the process. We made one process with a disorder process. We need to document very good the API. My intention is up the platform to open source, especially to collaborate and make the community around the WEMUL. Yeah? Okay. More question? No? Okay. Thank you very much.